Hello YouTube family, Redhead Metal Diva here, reducing red, coming at you with my week 20 post VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery update. So week 20, good nice round number. So speaking of numbers, let's start from the top. Highest weight 238.4, day of surgery 226. Last week I weighed 161.8, which was a pound less than the week before, which was a pound less than the week before, and now I'm at 160.8, so exactly another pound this week. And just like last week, I am not losing weight, but my body is making huge changes. So last week I went out and bought 12s because even shrinking the 14s, I couldn't keep them on. Well, I wore the 12s for like 4 days and then went out and bought 10s, and the 10s are even a little, giving in the waist. So, not sure why the weight is kind of stalling, but then my body is just shrinking like crazy. It's really bizarre that, in the last 3 weeks I can only lose 3 pounds, and yet I went from a 14 to a 10 and could probably even put on some 8s. I did buy a pair of Junior's 9s that just barely fit. Not quite comfortable wearing them, out. But they were super cute and they were $3. So I was like, I guess I'll wait 4 more days and be wearing these. Because I'm really only buying clearance pants or, things that are under $15 because it's just too expensive to keep buying more clothes. But because, I don't know if I've said this before, I've had kind of a life goal to never own a belt. I know it sounds silly, and many of you are like, but by the age of 8, I had not yet owned a belt. I don't know why. I think I just, it was, I don't even know what the excuse was, but I just didn't own a belt. I don't know if my mom didn't think I needed one or whatever, because obviously I wasn't making my own shopping choices at that point. But at the age of 8, I thought, wow, I have never owned a belt. I am going to do that for the rest of my life. And I made a life goal when I was 8 years old, many, many years ago, to continue to never own a belt. So, because of that, that's why I'm purchasing new pants instead of just wearing a belt. But, I mean, besides the fact that they're like, it looks like I have a dump in my pants because the butt's so big. Like, it's really strange how quickly my body is changing when I'm not losing weight. And my cat Bertrand is freaking out that I'm not touching him, and he's right next to me, so I'll pet him while I talk to you. But speaking of the drastic shrinking me the past couple of weeks, I've actually had a few people tell me that I needed to slow down and not take it too far. I actually had one person ask if I was going to become anorexic. And I'm like, hey people, like, I know I've lost almost 80 pounds now, but I'm still 160 pounds. Very, very far from anorexic. And I eat every day at least 5 times. And that's not anorexic. I just am controlling my sugar intake, my carb intake, and my protein intake. And so I'm not sure if it's because I've shrunk so much so quickly that is prompting people to think I'm not eating, but I am, and I keep telling them, I promise you, I have not lost more than a pound a week in almost 4 weeks. It's just something weird is happening, and my body is completely reshaping, even though I'm not losing weight. But it's kind of starting to bug me that people are thinking I'm taking it too far. And like my parents told me, oh, you don't have to go to the gym so often. And I go like 3, maybe 5 times a week, if it's a good week or I feel like I need to work out. And I'm working out because it's de-stressing, because I feel good when I'm done, because it's me time. I mean, if I wasn't at the gym, I would be sitting on the couch watching TV, because I'm not a social person. So I don't understand why switching the habit from watching TV several hours a day to working out several hours a day, and it's not even every day, it's like causing alarm. I don't really know how to handle it except to tell them that I know what I'm doing. I'm not taking it too far. I'm not abusing this. I'm not eating. I just happen to be going through a lot of body changes right now, even though I'm not losing weight. And maybe they don't believe that I'm not losing weight. I don't know. But a little worrisome that, even my own family is becoming concerned. But really, I'm not skinny. I'm still larger than, an average size person. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to take that with a grain of salt, and it's part of the issue that comes with losing a lot of weight, that I guess I just haven't seen until now. I still have people telling me that I look really great, and they're really proud of me for the hard work, which I appreciate too. So, there's it goes hand in hand, I guess. But, speaking of, eating issues, my eating issue this week is that I kind of took a free week. Not like I started the week thinking I'm not really going to care. I just was in a lot of situations where I didn't have a better option. I didn't have a protein bar with me. They ordered food or something at work, or, my husband's in a play right now, so pretty much every weekend night he's going out with his, castmates, and I end up going with him and having a drink or having a snack or, something that's not really in my plan. And while I vowed from the beginning that I would do 90-10, follow all the rules 90% of the time, 10% of the time, not, I've been around 95.5 most of the time. But this week was definitely like an 80-20. I did not make the best choices, but I was still conscientious enough to get all of my protein in before I did anything else, and to get all of my fluids in, water, not other stuff that I shouldn't have been drinking. But I had a salad for the first time since the surgery, and my stomach did not like lettuce. Which, I wasn't a huge fan of lettuce before. I like spinach, I like, the mixed greens. This stuff looks like weeds. I've never really been a fan of lettuce, but we went to Olive Garden because it's, it was 100 degrees here the other day, and we're like, ooh, a nice, crisp, refreshing salad, we'll go to Olive Garden and have their really good dressing. And my stomach did not tolerate it. So maybe that's something that has to wait a little bit longer as well. I don't know. Maybe it's something I'll never really get to because it's kind of roughage that doesn't really get broken down. I'm not sure, but for now, no salads. Didn't agree with me. So that is about it. I bought a couple more dresses, size 8, because they were on clearance. Bought my first pair of skinny jeans. It was my friend's birthday last night, and he wanted to go out to a club and do dancing and whatnot, and I wanted to dress up but not wear a dress, and I have these really awesome heels that I got for $15, and I'm like, well, if I wear my regular bootcut jeans, you can't really see the shoes. Maybe, just maybe, I'll try some skinny jeans, and I did. I got a size 10 pair of black skinny jeans. I've never owned a pair in my life. And they looked good, and it was weird. And one of my friends that was there was like, oh my gosh, you're so skinny now, I totally hate you, joking. And I said, I kind of totally hate myself. you know, when I pick up a size 10 jeans and I'm holding it and there's no way that's going to fit me. And then I put it on and it fits and there's a little give in the waist. I'm like, this is surreal. It's surreal. And, you know, I never felt that way. You know, I was never like, oh, I hate skinny people. Because I never really saw myself as I truly was. So I didn't really see that I wasn't skinny. I mean, I've never been skinny in my life. Never, from youngest to anything. You know, even at my fighting weight when I was boxing and I was 147, I wasn't skinny. I was muscle. You know, like, I've never been skinny, like, ever. I think when I was 147, I wore a size 7. So, you know, I'm almost there in pants. So, I guess I'm almost back to my skinniest adult weight, which, you know, still is above by 15 pounds what, you know, the medical association says is my healthy weight at 134. So we'll see. I mean, I may get there because I'm at, you know, 160 right now, and that's already humongous. It's almost 80 pounds. 80. For some reason, 60 was big to me, and 70 was, you know, whatever. But 80, that's like 20 away from 100. Freaks me out. But it's good. It's good. I mean, I'm feeling great. You know, I started having some joint pain in my hips and in one knee that I never had a problem with before. But it could be because, you know, I'm stretching a lot and I'm doing a lot of exercise, you know, that I haven't done for so many years, and my body just needs to adjust. But other than that, like, I'm doing so good. My blood pressure is amazing. My heart rate is still down. My blood sugars are down. My cholesterol's down. I'm sleeping better. You know, everything is just a dream. It's gotten to the point where it's just life, and it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle, which is where you need to get for it to really work. So I'm really happy that I've arrived there. But anyways, running out of time here. So I will see you guys next week for week 21. Thanks again for watching, and have a good week. Bye, guys. Thanks.